The fifth thing I don't like about Canada, I think most new immigrants or people that studied abroad will be able to relate better to this. Compared to the US or the UK, people in Canada, hey guys, it's your girl Wiz Queen back again with another video. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for joining. Please consider subscribing down below and be sure to turn the post notification bell on so you can get notifications each time I post a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know the vibes. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't hesitate to leave a comment down below and don't forget to share with your friends as well. So as you can see from the title, in today's video I'll be sharing with you guys 10 things I don't like about Canada. These are some of the things I personally don't like about Canada, and a bunch of other people that I got in touch with that they also made feedbacks about what they don't like about Canada. Before I begin, no country in the world out there is perfect, and these are just some of the things I wish I could improve or that can be improved in Canada. Canada is a very good Western country that has great values and opportunities. However, a couple of things can be improved to make this place more habitable. Regardless of all these points that I'll be listing in this video, there is still no other place in the world I would like to call home apart from Canada. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. Okay, so the first thing I don't like about Canada, I feel like anyone else should know this already, it's definitely the cold. You guessed right. The weather in Canada, it's crazy, like it's really insane. I hate the fact that we have longer winter months, snow for long months, and I stay in Ontario regardless of the fact that it's not really considered the coldest region in Canada. I still don't like the weather here. I wonder how people that live in Manitoba or people that live in Alberta cope with the weather here in this country. It's just really insane. When you see snow on TV, it looks really pretty and nice. It looks all white with Christmas lights and all that. Trust me, it's crazier than that. It goes beyond that. The dressing for the winter, the fact that you have to shove the snow, you have to clear your driveway. When you shove the snow on your car and you go back in less than 1 hour, your car is covered with snow again. I really don't like that about Canada. Longer winter months and the bad weather is just the very first thing I don't like about Canada. The second thing I don't like about Canada is also relating to the first one, but it's the winter time, also called standard time. If you don't know this, during winter it gets dark really quickly, so we have longer nights and shorter day. So starting from say 4 p.m. it's really dark outside, or 5 p.m. and it feels like midnight, and you're wondering, okay, what am I supposed to do by 5 p.m? Should I go to bed? And that's not the case. Really, it makes you tired. It makes you kind of want to sleep all day and lazy around, and it gets really bright late as well, so you have longer nights and shorter day. These kinds of make you just settle in and want to be unproductive for the rest of the day. So starting from the month of November, we have like -6, which means it's -6 GMT, and starting from like March it goes back to -5 GMT. So they take out 1 hour during winter time and they add 1 hour back to the time when it's like really bright outside. So that's the second thing I don't like about Canada. The third thing I don't like about Canada is definitely the taxes. I feel like in Canada we pay way too much taxes. Your personal income tax, for instance, what's with when you pay up to 30 to 40% of your personal income in taxes, and you still have to pay taxes when you purchase goods and services. It's really on the high side. We pay way too much taxes. Although we would say we get back the taxes in form of healthcare and all that, which is really understandable, but still we pay way too much taxes, I would say. The fourth thing I don't like about Canada is finding accommodation. Oh my gosh, I feel like nobody talks about this. It's really a struggle. It's very challenging trying to find a house or a home in this place. I'm not talking about when you want to buy a mortgage. That's pretty much out of the question. When you're trying to find a place to rent, some landlord will go as far as asking you for credit checks, reference letter, or some people would even ask you for 6 months rent up front. I still feel like paying first and last month's rent up front is too much, and some landlords would ask you all the way to pay 6 months. Some landlords would not give you their house because they feel like your income is way too low, or maybe if you don't have a job they wouldn't give you accommodation. What's with people that just came into Canada? How are they supposed to find a place to live? Eventually, when people manage to find a place to settle in, they don't want to move out of there, not because they don't want somewhere better, but they don't want to go through the stress of finding another apartment or a house. So I don't like that about Canada. Finding accommodation, it's really insane. The fifth thing I don't like about Canada, I think most new immigrants or people that studied abroad will be able to relate better to this: non-Canadian experience and education. So if you don't have Canadian experience or Canadian education, finding a job in the labor market might be a little bit stressful or challenging for you. This is because most employers here, they don't really value or appreciate foreign education as much as they appreciate Canadian one, or your work experience. It's very, I don't know, if you have other work experience and you have Canadian work experience, it's just considered as two different work experience. So some employers might not want to give you a job because they feel you've not worked in the Canadian workspace, and they want you to get that work experience before they can hire you. And if you don't hire me, how am I supposed to get the Canadian work experience? I don't like the fact that newcomers have to go through so much struggle just because they don't have Canadian education or work experience. That's really not fair. If you're an accountant back home and you want to apply as an accountant here, your work experience from your country should still be considered very valuable to work here, but they would still rather prefer you have a Canadian work experience, which I think is crazy. Another thing I don't like about Canada, I think that's the 6th point, is provincial autonomy. It's a good thing that the power is not really centralized in one hand. It's a decentralized government where each provinces have their own premier and set their own rules and policies or laws. That's really good. But also, I don't like the fact that it doesn't make it easy for people to move or within or across different provinces. If you find yourself in Quebec and you fall ill, you have to come to Ontario or wherever to get your health care, where you actually call home. I don't like that. If you can't just up and leave to a different province. You have to consider a lot of factors apart from getting a job or moving your family or finding a home. You have to get a new driver's license, you have to get new health card, you have to get new insurance, like a whole bunch of other things have to come into place before you can move to a different province. I don't like that. It makes it too stressful. Another thing I don't like about Canada, which I think people will find this funny, is the sense of style. I don't like that people here don't try or put in effort to at least try to look good. They just try to be basic for like most of the time. I understand the weather also contributes more to why people don't even want to bother to dress up, but still I feel like we should try to buff up and, you know, look good, dress up. But regardless, people want to wear joggers or sweatpants or hoodie to work without trying to even wear fitted dressing or like look corporate a little bit, try to put in some effort into looking good. Most people just want to look as simple as they can. You don't have to look like a homeless person just because the weather is cold and you want to wear your hoodie and a sweater. Just try to look good, put in that effort. Compared to the US or the UK, people in Canada don't even try with their dressing. Another thing I don't like about Canada is the reserved lifestyle. Although it's good in one hand, but it's bad in another end, because if you see, the weather is cold and the people are cold as well. This is because they are trying to live that reserved or I'm on my own kind of lifestyle. People don't interact as much as they should. The environment is very, very multicultural. It's very diverse. We should be able to learn about other people's culture, interact and build more kind of relationships with one another. But because of the reserved lifestyle here, people don't go out as much, people don't interact, try to appreciate other people's culture. It's just like everybody's on their own, just do your thing, go to work, go to school or wherever, whatever you're doing, and that's it. That's how people live their life every day. They don't try to explore, which I think I don't really like that. Another thing I don't like about Canada is the delayed healthcare system. Although I wouldn't say I've been a personal victim of this because I've not really used the healthcare here, but I've seen a couple of people complain about the fact that they have to join long waiting queues or lines at the hospitals or the clinics before they can get medical care, except you have an emergency or you are in a critical condition before you can quickly get instant medical access, which is not really fair that people have to spend the whole day on waiting lines before they can get access to see a doctor or their family doctor or whatever. I don't like that about Canada as well. The last thing I don't like about Canada, which should actually be a very important factor, is limited job market. I know many people out there try to make it seem like getting a job in Canada is easy. I wouldn't say it's difficult or impossible, but it's very, very challenging, to be honest. If you're trying to find a professional job or you're trying to get into the job market like at the peak of your career, it's very, very challenging and you would have to go through a lot of struggles. The job market is really limited here. When you see a job posting for a specific professional role, if you see that job was posted about 12 hours ago, you would see over 200 applicants. How am I supposed to compete with that? It's considered competitive, but it's because it's limited. If there is like a lot of opportunities for professional jobs out there, there wouldn't be so much people applying for these few jobs that come out. So the job market is really limited, specifically professional jobs. If you want to consider jobs like customer service, truck drivers, or maybe menial jobs and all that, they could be quite easy to get and they make a lot of money. But for some people, they want to do professional jobs. They want to be medical doctors, and you have to go through series of training processes and taking exams before you can actually practice. Even same for lawyers, even same for nurses. If you want to become an accountant too, you also have to get like the CPA and all that. That's really, really stressful for people that migrate into this country and they plan to begin their profession immediately. So I don't like the fact that the job market is really, really limited here, or I would say very, very competitive. Well, those are some of the things I don't like about Canada. I hope you guys learned from this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If there are some things you also don't like about Canada, please leave them down below. I look forward to reading from you guys. If you are yet to subscribe, please consider subscribing right away, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up as well. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you all in my next video. In the meantime, stay confident. Bye bye.